Give me another round of applause. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a glory hound too. I love applause. Says it right there, right? See, the reason why I love applause is because it makes you feel supported. You come out here, you feel nervous in the red dot, right? And it makes you feel good. It makes you feel appreciated, right? It makes me feel kind of like this. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I love applause, right? But see, I'm a performer and I get a lot of applause. How many people out there are performers? How many people know what it feels like to be applauded? Raise your hand if you're, we got a few performers, okay? I want to make the case to all of you that everyone right now is performing. You are all performers. And you probably don't believe me, okay? You're probably saying, he's up there on stage, he's doing a speech, I'm the performer. Well, let's change the stage. That's the stage right now. I'm going to be your audience. I'm going to be your director as well. And I'm going to say curtain up. When I say curtain up, I want you all to turn to someone left, right, behind you, make a threesome, foursome, and I want you to introduce yourselves, say how's your day going, just have a mini conversation for like 30 seconds, okay? Just 30 seconds. But not yet. When I say curtain up. So when I say curtain down, we're going to stop. Here's the key. You have to talk in gibberish. Gibberish sounds like this. Bika-baka, dika-daka, dika-baka-boo. And then somebody say baka-boo, gibba-gabba-gubba-dabba-gubba-dabba. All right? You get it? Curtain up. We're going to start. Ready? Curtain up. Have a conversation. Yeah. All right, great. Curtain down. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yeah. I see some nervous faces. People's like, oh no. People trying it, right? Now, why did you think I made you do that? To torture you, maybe, right? But in an instant, we changed the entire room to performers. Even those of you who didn't have a conversation, you are performing. You're performing right now. You're doing something that's uncomfortable, right? You made something new. You created a new environment in an instant, right? That's what that picture shows right there. Performance allows you to do amazing things. It allows you to grow. It allows you to develop. It allows you to do uncomfortable things. It allows you to be who you are and who you are becoming. Now, what does that look like? Being who you are and who you are becoming. Let me tell you my story. By now, you could probably tell I'm not from Texas, right? Even though my mom used to dress me in a way that you think I should be, right? Lone Star in the hat and everything, right? No, I'm from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. That's what we call it. Bed-Stuy, Bedford-Stuyvesant, home of hip-hop artist Jay-Z, Notorious B.I.G., comedian Chris Rock. That's where I come from. But like many people in Bed-Stuy, I grew up poor. And I didn't know I was poor because everybody in Bed-Stuy is poor. See, I lived in a single-parent home. My mother raised myself and 3 brothers. I lived in an apartment tenement with mice and roaches. Every other month, you have to worry about the lights being cut off. But that was everybody in my block, everybody in my neighborhood. So I didn't know I was poor. This is when I realized I was poor. 2002, my mother passed away of breast cancer. She told me she couldn't stop working because if she did, there was nobody to take care of her 4 boys. That's what poverty looks like. Now, the thing I love about applause, I was saying before, is I liked receiving them in school. So I like going to school because I got good grades and all that, right? I'm at the top of the class from grade school to junior high school, and I felt good every time I came home with an A, got applauded. And then by the time I was 12 years old, I was in a gifted program, and it sent me to a school in his neighborhood that I never knew existed, all white school. If you can't tell, I'm not white, right? And these kids had something. I didn't know what that was, but it was more than me. And as we started to get to know each other, Lights being cut off, mice and roaches, drugs and violence, single parent home, that wasn't normal for them. It made me embarrassed. So I started to withdraw. I didn't receive those applause anymore because my grades wasn't reflecting anything. And I failed. I failed 10th grade for the first time ever in my life. Now, by now you're probably going, I thought we were talking about performing, not poverty. Well, we're talking about both. Because poverty almost killed me, performance saved my life. It happened to be a Saturday afternoon when my cousins in a dance group invited me to a talent show. They were good. And I would go there and I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know. I want to be on the block with my friends, the drug dealers, the gang members. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do this talent show thing. I'm not going to do the school thing anymore. Because on the block, they appreciate me. They applaud me. They support me. They said, no, come to this talent show. And when I went inside, there was kids on stage dancing and rapping and singing and people in the audience applauding for them. And I got that feeling. I said, oh, that's what I was missing. I want that thing. How can I get on stage? So I had to go through a becoming journey. How to be a dancer. Look at me. Yeah. One of my suits. How to learn how to dance. I didn't know how to dance, but I wanted to be applauded. So I do what dancers do. I got me some music. You can't touch this. Right. And I played that album that I bought every single day. And I danced his dance moves every single day. He'd be like, I'm gonna do the running man, right? You know, sing the crisscross, and he would turn around, slide, and then stop. Hammer time. Right? Oh. I made it. I learned how to do it. And my cousins invited me in their dance group. And we performed all around the city. And I saw things. I got things that I didn't have when I was failing high school. I got those applause back. I got that support back. I got out of my comfort zone. I was talking gibberish all around the city of New York. So I decided to do more. How can I be a producer? So I learned how to be a producer of talent shows. And as we grew the All-Stars Talent Show Network in New York City, we went to New Jersey, Atlanta, Boston, Philly, LA, places I've never been before. And it changed my life. I got a passport and got invited to do talent shows in Chile, Vienna, Mexico. I traveled the world and saw wonderful things. Changed my life. In my late 20s, I got to meet, look at that, a guy named Nat Christian. Told me about business, how to perform in the business world, just like doing a dance. You gotta learn how to shake someone's hand, you know, have a script. It's not this, but it's, it's like that. I went on tour with hip-hop legend Grandmaster Flash. Took my producing skills to Australia, to Hong Kong, Switzerland. I've seen things, had a great life. And I realized traveling with Flash that this performing thing gave me everything I wanted in my life. And I wanted to give that back to young people. So I dedicated my life to giving back to poor youth. And when I got here to Dallas, I began to teach young people what I learned performing on stage and off stage. Here's my kids. I teach them that in a talent show, you can build community. You can bring different people together. You can sing, you can dance, you can rap, but you can also, this is one of my kids dancing and rapping. You can also volunteer and you can be the producers like I was. Run the sound, run the lights, be the stage manager. And the community comes out and supports all these young people. That's their performance, supporting everything that happens on stage. But what about off stage? I take kids to corporate America every single week and I teach them the things that Nat taught me. How to shake someone's hand, how to look them in the eye, how to talk at a dinner, how to speak in public at a TEDxSMU, right? They go into boardrooms. They learn what it means to perform as a professional. Again, it's not this, but it's this. It's confidence, saying your name loudly, proudly, introducing yourself. And the adults, they have a performance in the boardrooms too, to keep supporting our young people to grow, to develop, to try new things, to talk gibberish. They don't know what they're talking about in those boardrooms, but we support them to try it out anyway. And when they fail, you can still give them a round of applause and direct them in a new way to create something for their lives, for their communities. We've now taken this performance method and we've created a new way of performing conversations and community policing. We bring cops and kids together in ways that no one has been done before. They perform, walking down the streets together, knocking on doors in poor communities, building talent shows, having goofy conversations, having new relationships built between each other, creating new opportunities for our communities across the country. So I invite you all to perform with me, not just here at SMU TEDx, but across the world. When you see young people, perform with them. Give them the thing you gave me, that applause, that appreciation, that support. They'll thank you for it. I thank you for it. Thank you.